I wanna bind WASD, and someone was like, oh, okay, good, he knows what a keyboard is. He's played keyboard games before. We can trust him to that. And then they walked away, and he was like, and V is gonna be the character power, and X is a dash move when you're in the air. And the city's gone to Really? How do you make C melee? What's wrong with you? Alright, we gotta remap some buttons, like, right now. Key mapping, immediately. WASD are fine. Highlight players is G. What? Emotes. Yeah, I guess that makes sense for emotes. Push to talk. I don't know. Return to orbit. Whatever. Fire makes sense. Zoom makes sense. Melee. No. Let's get that one right. Block. Jump. Yeah, jump should be space. That's fine. Air move? What the hell is air move? Super is F? That kind of makes sense. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want super to be F or if I want super to be Q. Like it is, like if I did like an Overwatch kind of thing. But if I don't, that means I could set Q and E to that. R would be reload, and then if I want to interact with things... because interact things is set to E right now, but I think I would rather have E set to, like, a different thing altogether. I don't want the grenade to be Q, or the super, I don't know, would it work? Like, super is just F, just like hit F, hit the super, whereas Q, it's right there. I'm going to be hitting grenades a lot more than my super, so I think I'll get used to that. So, kinetic weapons, secondary, yeah, that's fine, 1, 2, and 3, there's only 3 types of weapons. If I want to switch weapons, it's the tilde? Really? Air move, what the hell is an air move? Which would be X. The hell would that be? Class ability is V? What? Okay. That's not something I want, like grenades, that's fine there. That's better as the melee. Firing and reloading, that makes perfect sense. And what's X? What? Icarus dash cooldown. What? Are you kidding me? How do you, like, what in your mind goes, alright, he's gonna want to hit spacebar, and then hit the X key to do anything in the air. Like, spacebar X. Like, it's not impossible. It's just stupid. Like, I understand you want to make E, like, interact with things, and what was F? F, okay, F is my... What the what? That's my ultimate? Dude, that's weird as an ultimate. It's just stupid to me to have it bound to F. Class ability as V just seems stupid. I only have like so many configurations of what I can do with my fingers here. W, A, S, and D, that makes sense. And then immediately around W, A, S, and D, Q makes sense from like an Overwatch perspective, because that would be your ultimate. But in here, grenades. I'm fine with that. I'm going to use grenades a lot more than my ultimate. So that makes sense as like a command, alright? So grenades, mwah, perfect. Couldn't go better. Yes, loving the grenades. Melee, for some reason, was set to, I think it was set to like V or something stupid like that. But I set melee to like the thumb key on my mouse, because that just makes sense to me. Then as far as like an air move, I don't know why you'd put that on X. It's like, yeah, we're just, let's take him away from W, A, and D during movement. Perfectly fine, that makes perfect sense. Oh wait, it does not. Can I also make this shift? Like air move, can I just make the air move shift? No, because then it takes away from the toggle sprint. Alright, and control's already crouch, which makes perfect sense to me as well. So what should air move be, if not X? Because that makes no sense. Can I make it Z? Like Heroes of the Storm? Like have that Z? That makes more sense than X to me. Because if I'm yeah, that makes more sense to me. Air move, let's set that to Z. That makes a lot more sense. Interact, we'll leave that as E. Even in combat, you know, we can interact with things. I don't know how often we're interacting with things that I need to just, like, flail about. So I'm kind of tempted to have other things there. But, I mean, sure, it. No, you know what? That. I want the air move. How often am I really using the air move? Like, realistically, I'd use the character power more. Which is currently bound to V of all things. No, we're gonna bind that to E. Class ability, we will bind to... No. Class ability, I'm binding to Q. The grenade is gonna be bound to E, because I literally will just start lobbing Eli Manning, Tom Bradying these goddamn grenades downwind. That's what I'm doing. So that's gonna be set to E. Who the thought of these controls? That's my question. Who on the team was just like, all right, so there's a keyboard, and I wanna bind WASD, and someone was like, oh, okay, good. He knows what a keyboard is. He's played keyboard games before. We can trust him to that. And then they walked away, and he was like, and V is going to be the character power, and X is a dash move when you're in the air, because you're going to be pressing W, and then at the same time, while you're doing W, you're going to hit X, because apparently you're some freak with like 7 fingers growing out of like the stern of your stump of your... We're all aliens, apparently, to the Destiny developers for PC. The Activision. Like...
A few moments later.
Alright, so, interacting... So, grenade's gonna be E. I'm just gonna, again, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning. Air move is Z, because at least that kind of makes sense. Like, I can still hold W and do an air move where it's just like... You know, just like, we're moved, we're done, we're good, we got this. Q is gonna be the class ability, because it's just like something where, like, I probably am gonna have to wait for, like, the recharge time. I'm actually fine with F being super, because of how often you'll use it. It's not like in Destiny 1, you're just, like, throwing supers out willy-nilly. So I'm not really worried about that one either. The only thing that makes sense then for like an interact, because if I'm guessing like what interact is, it's just gonna be like, alright, press this button to, you know, start like, you know, the little ghost to like scan the thing while you do other things, or press this button to, you know, it's like not something you're gonna press every day. That to me makes sense to make it like X or C or even V. Like that makes sense. So we're gonna make it V, right? Because it's right next to where my thumb is naturally. Like, you know, if you're laying down. Those of you at home can play along right now as we play the binding game. This is not the Binding of Isaac, it's the Binding of Keys in Destiny 2. So where your thumb normally lands, for me at least, with the way my hand is, my thumb will normally rest near enough to the V key that I can press the V key with little to no effort. So we're going to make V our interact button. If you're following along at home, logically, for binding your fucking keys... God damn it. WASD, movement, simplicity itself. Cannot fuck that up. Just cannot fuck that up. Then G, highlight player. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Emotes, we'll figure all that out. I apparently just got my ultimate back. I've been waiting so goddamn long. Return to orbit or abort activity. I will probably never press that unless like I'm really going to have to. So O, perfect place for it. Fire and hold zoom. Couldn't be simpler. Click, 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 someone's dying. Click, hold, click, 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 someone's dying. Perfect. Simplicity. Let's do it. Reload. R. It starts with R. Reload. We got this. We got this, boys and girls. Light attacks and heavy attacks. We're only using those during our super anyway, so that's perfectly fine. I made block R because it. Why not? I'm not reloading during... How do you reload a sword? How? How do you reload a sword? Think about that one. Moving on. Jump spacebar. Again, simplicity itself. Can you map it up to match the controls from the first one Destiny? I mean, if I plugged in a controller, I probably could. You know, it's all there. But I mean, if you have a controller, you're already, like, you're good. Just the way a controller functions, everything is there, and you have 2 hands. When you go to PC, you literally have to realize you have 1 hand to do everything, and the other hand is limited towards moving the camera, and then firing, and possibly melee if you have a mouse that has like a click button like I do, where like it's right near the thumb. It's like, well, just use that thumb, and that's your melee key. Like, that makes perfect sense. For the rest of this shit, though, it looks like, again, whoever was in control of this and in charge of this was like, hey Phil, have you ever programmed the game to work on a computer before, like a shooter game? He's like, oh yeah, sure, Ted, I've programmed plenty, it's fine. WASD, that's how you move, right? And he was like, yeah, that's perfectly fine, buddy, you got this one perfectly fine. I'm gonna go walk away now, because nothing could possibly go wrong. And he was like, alright, I'll see you after lunch. And he walks away, and the other guy's just like, we're gonna program all the weird here. You gotta have one of these hands to control it now. Alright, where were we? Alright, sprinting, shift, crouch is control. Our class ability is Q, because, you know, that's fine, that's where it is. Air move is Z, that's, you know, that's all I can do. Interact is V, because how often am I really using this? Where I needed interact to be E. What am I interacting with that often? Do I now need to literally walk up to these f***ing... like decryptable spheres? I forgot what they called in all my aggravation. Someone please type it in the chat, I'll read it. Whatever the spheres are that drop that are blue and then give you green somehow, those spheres. Am I literally just clicking on each and every one? Because that's fun. That's fun, apparently. Grenades are E, because that's just like, again, we're lobbing them like Tom Brady here. We're Eli Manning, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. We're just like, insert favorite football, American football, insert favorite quarterback name here. We're doing that. That's how we're doing grenades. Or we'll underhand them, you know, we'll insert favorite baseball, softball league pitcher here. You know, Ken Griffey Jr. right now in Little League. We're going to do one of those. And the super is F, because it starts with F. Let's go! Everything else should be fine, right? Like, everything else should be fine. Oh, UI shortcuts! I didn't even get this far the first time. I was just too goddamn aggravated. Tab to deploy the ghost. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Show hide text, T, perfect. Open director, roster, that's you. Yeah, sure. Start menu or character, I. That'd be like inventory.